All right. Okay, so we'll start muscular or nervous system. We'll start and then we'll pick up next week. Just want to introduce a little bit to you. So functions, sensory input. So you have sensory receptors. So this should make sense because we just talked about nerves that touch the muscular system, right? So you have sensory receptors. They can respond to external stimuli in your body, external stimuli outside your body. So they're involved in interpreting sensory input. So you can sense things, you get integration where you interpret, and then you have some sort of motor response by a muscle, a gland, or an organ. Yeah.
You don't have any of that.
I just posted it.
Oh, okay.
So, what are the main divisions of the nervous system? So, you got the central nervous system, which includes your brain and your spinal cord. You have your peripheral nervous system, which is all your cranial nerves and your spinal nerves. Okay, you can separate that into an afferent division, which is sensory. It has somatic and visceral divisions, and you also have an efferent division or motor division. And that includes somatic and autonomic divisions. Okay. So here's a chart that kind of breaks all that down. So again, your central nervous system, your brain, your spinal cord. You have your peripheral nervous system. You have your afferent or sensory nerves. And you have your motor or efferent nerves. And your afferent nerves, or you have your somatic response or nervous system. You get signals from your skin, your skeletal muscles, your joints, your tendons, your special senses like your eyes, your ears, your nose. You also have visceral sensory nerves from body organs. And you have somatic motor nerves in the efferent system. And these send signals to skeletal muscles. These are voluntary, right? Because remember, skeletal muscle is voluntary. Your autonomic motor nerves go to your smooth muscle, your cardiac muscle, and your glands. That's involuntary, right? You don't have to think to make that happen. So your autonomic nervous system separates into sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic is your fight or flight response. So if you're scared, you might fight or you might run away. And your parasympathetic division is considered rest and digest. So it's what you do most of the time. Okay. But this is a good figure to help you sort of organize the parts of the nervous system in your brain. Okay. So I want to make sure you had a chance to see that. All right. So I think we learned a little bit about this when we learned about nervous tissue in lab. So cells involved in the nervous system, you got neurons or nerve cells, and via their axons, they can transmit nerve impulses. So here are the pieces. You have the dendrites that receive information, the axon that sends information. You have processing of some information at the cell body, has a nucleus. Here are the axon terminals or endings. Okay. So again, you have a cell body, as your nucleus and the organelles. Dendrites receive information. Your axon sends information away. So a nerve is a bundle of axons in your peripheral nervous system. And your tract is a bundle of parallel axons in the central nervous system. So if it's in the central nervous system, it's a tract. If it's in the peripheral nervous system, it's a nerve. All right. We'll pick up here next time. I kind of want to spend some time there, but let's go ahead and do our exit tickets. Your clear point, your muddy point, what you understand, what you don't. You can, if you're at home, you can go ahead and do those in the discussion in Canvas as well. So we'll pick up this next time.